name is George Fomichev, and we are going to show you example how you may use chatbots for your business. So first of all, I would like to show you a demo how you may reserve a meeting with someone using a chatbot. So we open chatbot, so excuse me that I'll show in Russian, but it works the same way in English. So I type in Russian to reserve a meeting. Then chatbot says that you may reserve a meeting with George Fomichev, and then I press a button reserve. He asks me to put my name. I can say Mr. Smith. And then he asks me about the email, so I'll put my Gmail here. Then it suggests me to find the best time and date, so I'll press a button for the closest, and then we'll get the information about the closest time. So it's 22nd of December, and I'll put 3 p.m. It suggests me the time of start in the tens, it's 15:50, and then I press yes. Oh, okay, it shows me that this time is not possible. Let's see what we have in my calendar. As you can see, this time is closed, so I have a meeting, another call at 16:30. So let's try it 6 p.m. Okay, once again. Mr. Giles. Oh, we can actually use my email. And I find the closest day. And let's put it then 6 p.m. Okay, here we go. And I press yes, want to reserve it. We can see that it appeared in my calendar, in my Google Calendar, and I also have a confirmation on my email that my meeting has been booked. So you may use a chatbot for booking appointments. It's very convenient because it connects with your Gmail account and you get the confirmation on your email account. I want to show you an example how you may use a chatbot for purchasing. Let's assume that I want to purchase a laser. So I wrote purchase a laser. Now it suggests me to select the type of laser. So I want 5.6 watt, and I want it to delivered using Russian post. So it asks me for my address. Okay, I'm going to write down my address, and it asks for my cell phone. So here we go. Okay, chatbot said that my order has been placed, and as soon as it will be paid, I'll get my laser. Let's see what I got in my mailbox. We have the order. So we have that I purchased 5.6 watt laser with a Russian post delivery. With this is my phone and this is my address. So with a chatbot you can purchase and place orders, and it will help you to process them. So with chatbot you are able to increase your sales. So expand your sales and save money on support. Another useful feature of your chatbot is when he can assist your customers. For example, I'm looking for a laser to cut plywood. So I type laser to cut plywood, and chatbot is giving me an answer that the most powerful laser we have is 5.6 watt and it can cut acrylic, wood, plywood. And then we see the link, so if I press a button it will bring me to the best fit page where I can learn more about the product and also place an order. Let's try something else. For example, I'm looking for the best laser to cut acrylic. Let's see how it works. So I typed my request and also it gives me the answer that this laser 5.6 watt is good to cut acrylic. So with a chatbot you can get more information about your product and you can help your customers to learn more about what you offer. Very useful feature to get some information about currency exchange rate. For example, you're driving a car or you're doing something and you're in your messenger called Telegram. So if you wish, you could check the exchange rate for, let's say, dollars. I'll type the request that I'm looking for exchange rate Russian ruble and US dollar. And I'll get an answer. So 61.79 rubles for $1. Or I can go and look for euro. So here we use a special JSON connection between chatbot and server where we have this information. But if there is no information, structured information on the website, it will help and go to Google. Let's see how it works. For example, I type exchange rates in my Telegram and it shows me the best fit in internet. So chatbot googled for me the best solution and it offers me in Telegram. Another useful feature, when I have some troubles or I didn't get an answer, I can escalate my request to an operator. Then I have to write the word escalate. So chatbot will ask me if I would like to escalate an operator and I say yes. Then it asks for my email. I type my email over here and you can see that my request has been sent. Let's see in my mailbox. I have the question that needed to be escalated. Laser for cutting acrylic was my previous request on my website and the email that I left. So you can increase your customer satisfaction with a chatbot. I know that you're tired of Russian examples. Let me show you something in English. Here I went to my endurancerobots.com/en English version and we can talk to my chatbot over here. So I can ask about lasers and we'll see the answer. Endurance produces and delivers powerful and efficient diode lasers. What if I want more information about laser to cut acrylic? Okay, takes some time. We can recommend you 3.5 diode laser to cut 5 mm of plywood and to cut. So we have a pretty good answer for my request. I also can ask some strange questions. For example, who created you? I understand, I'm not sure. So you can see she can answer different and variety of answers. For example, I can ask her, is she a human? So you see that chatbot can answer always in different manner. Let me show you an example how a chatbot can help you to find out about the weather. Let's type the request weather in San Francisco. California, Colonia, San Francisco. Okay, temperature is 45 Fahrenheit. I can ask about the temperature in Moscow. It's clear, 21 Fahrenheit. So chatbot connects with JSON server where we have this information and we see answers. Also, we can have some fun and talk to our chatbot and ask different questions. For example, if I want to learn more about Star Wars movie and let's imagine that I forgot who directed it. So I ask, who directed Star Wars? George Lucas. We have a straight answer for this question. Another question I can ask about, let's say, quantum physics, quantum mechanics. What is photon? Chatbot will go to Wikipedia or Wikidata and look for an answer. I can also ask about quark. And you still see the good answer, that in standard model, an elementary subatomic particle which forms matter. So you see a lot of nice answers you can get from your chatbot. Let me show you an example how you can use your chatbot to browse an information from your address book. For example, you have a big address book with thousands of people and you need answers for specific questions. For example, you are looking for someone who is in charge for rent agreements in your department. Here I write rent agreements or contracts, and I get an answer that chatbot found for me. Also, I can ask about, for example, I'm a banker and I'm looking for someone who is in charge for local branches. And I get an answer of a person who is in charge and I see her position. So with a chatbot, you can primarily browse in your address book in a very efficient way. You just type what you're looking for and the chatbot will find you the best person you're looking for. Let's imagine that you're dealing with tons of complicated regulations in your company and you need to cancel an agreement. So you need to find some information about cancellation. So I type cancellation of agreement and I get an answer. Also, I can go to different other places in this regulation and keep browsing different bullets, or I can go to the very beginning and go like a button search. So it's very easy. So I can go from 1 to 2nd to 3rd, and still I can also look for something. For example, I have a customer who came into a branch and want to cancel an agreement. So I type a cancellation of agreement in a branch. And chatbot is not sure, so he asks, client came to a customer office for cancellation. If so, please write yes, he did. So I'm going cut and paste this. And then he gives me an answer. And then I can still find the next steps. So I can go back to our regulations. So with the chatbot, you can speed up the process of looking for useful data in your doc flow. Chatbot will help you, will look for data and will present you something you are looking for. It's very, very convenient. The last thing I want to show you for a chatbot, if you have some specific question about, let's say, cancellation of agreement, but you are not sure if a death of a person will lead to cancellation of agreement. So you can ask, what are reasons for cancellation of agreement? So we see the chatbot is embarrassed. He asks about what agreement you are talking about. We have different types of agreements because we didn't specifically put it in our requests. So we put it, for example, this one, and we get an answer that death of insurer can lead to cancellation of agreement. Another case, we can see that, for example, what are reasons for cancellation? And I type it here, and then I'll select something else. You see, I get an answer for another question. So with the chatbot, you can ask different questions and get certain answers about cancellation of agreements. So you educate, you train your chatbot, so we'll know your regulations, and then you can simply ask questions and it will give you proper answers.